there, it's Kevin with GatheringMagic.com here with match number 2 with the Cryptolith Rite combo deck, or fabricate deck, however you want to call this. This is an awkward hand. We have the Smuggler's... Actually, it's not, because we have the Weaponcraft Enthusiast with Smuggler's Copter. And the Voldaren Pariah. We don't have the third black source to really madness out the Pariah. But this is a synergistic hand that I'm okay with keeping. The more lands, the merrier with this, without a Cryptolith Rite hand. So now we can safely even get rid of a Cryptolith Rite if we draw into it. So does Blooming Marsh pass the turn. And then we can turn to Copter and then turn 3 crew it with one of our servos. So we have a Concealed Courtyard. It's a combination. Okay, so black-white aggro. Most likely, or it could be just Mardu vehicles. So we'll go ahead and throw out the Copter here. Zulaport Cutthroat, of course, is a wonderful draw. And then we will have the Weaponcraft Enthusiast. We can also play double duty to play as a blocker. I like the Smuggler's Copter because we can use it just to block versus these aggro decks. And it's really doesn't set us behind that much because we get to use it as a removal. The card's just too efficient not to play in Standard. I hate that. Like, I really, really hate it when it's Siege Rhino type formats that really just dominate the metagame. And so I usually try to attack the metagame differently. But Copter's just such a splashable card in literally every archetype that I think you're just punishing yourself if you don't run it. So I actually think that Catacomb Sifter is a little bit better than the Smugglers, or than the Weaponcraft Enthusiast. Like, we do have the Weaponcraft Enthusiast that can hit off of the Pariah the following turn. So maybe actually Weaponcraft Enthusiast is the right card because Pariah could definitely come out the following turn off of a Madness Copter swing. So let's... Decisions. Yeah, I'm thinking the Enthusiast is the right play. So we'll go Enthusiast and we'll fabricate with the servo tokens. This is probably my favorite card out of the whole set. This is one of the very few, I don't know if there is any other 3-drops in the history of Magic the Gathering that puts in 3 cards for 3 mana. Like, this is Spectral Procession like worthy, and that card is just really, really powerful. It's not quite as powerful as Spectral Procession. It's 3 for 3 1/1 flyers rather than a 0/1 ground and 2 1/1. But you leave back like a converted mana cost of 3, which actually gets very interesting with the merge type cards and just other cards that is something that is relevant. So we do want to attack with the Copter. I'd like to find a black source so we can get rid of the... Okay. I still think the right play here is just get rid of the Forest. Because next turn we can Chopper. If we... I probably should have kept the Forest, actually. Maybe got rid of a Sifter. Because we could have double Coptered. So, 17 all. Our opponent needs to draw or place down a creature to crew his Copter. The worst is like a Depala, because then it's a 4/4, and then his Toolcrafter. So Motorist is also a little bit rough for us to deal with. I wonder if this is just Reflector Mate. Whoa, he's in 4 colors. I don't know if that's the best way to run aggro into 4 colors. Interesting deck. This is typically the matchup that I have the best against, though. So he's gonna Exemplar, attack into the Exemplar and crew the Copter. So I need to find a black source off the top, because that way we can really punish him when he attacks back in. So I'm going to take 7 and go to a 10, and we will take the damage. And see what he discards. Hopefully it's not like a Fiery Temper, just an Aether Hub. And then we're down to a 10. So, yeah, Sifter, I guess, would be fine if we just don't draw into anything. Loam Dryad's also okay because it allows us to kind of progress what we're doing and gives us something to tap, but is Zulaport Cutthroat better than another Copter? And that allows us to actually crew our Copter and actually block something. So I'm going to go Loam Dryad and Copter would be, I think, the right play. Because we can block with a servo and block the Copter on. Yeah, so we're going to Loam Dryad. And go Copter. And I still think that crewing is the right line of play here because we do want to loot right now to try to find a land. Jeez. I think the Sifter's actually the weaker link now. Over the... No, because the Sifter has better synergy. So he's down to a 14. We will trade a Copter for like even possibly even a veteran motorist, depending on what he plays, and then take the rest of the damage. I doubt he actually attacks him with a motorist. So if he does... Gideon. Gideon, I could see an emblem happening. No, okay, so he's going to crew with the Knight ally. So now we can actually trade with a Copter. Awesome. And we still have 3. So that works out really well, and then we wipe his board. Oh yeah, this is going to work out very, very good for us. We'll take the 3 from the Toolcraft Exemplar, and the Veteran Motorist will get chump blocked. I doubt even tax in with the Veteran Motorist. Okay, so we are going to crew and I actually don't need to block. Yeah, we do. So we'll go to block here, block, and block, rather than have to worry about Gideon. I could take out Gideon, though. I want his Copter gone. I think we need to kill the Copter. And so Cryptolith Rite is actually quite strong. I can't get rid of... Because we have 1, 2, 3. We have the mana for... So I think actually Cryptolith Rite just has to go, though. Alright, so 3 cards in hand. We have the Pariah that we can activate at any time. We most likely will attack into Gideon. So Westvale Abbey is beautiful here. I'm not going to... We can actually tap it, right? No, we need the black mana. So unfortunately, I think I need to just attack in with the crew the black. Crew the Copter. Attack Gideon. And Pariah. Do I worry about a stasis snare or something like that? Unfortunately, it's a forest Westvale Abbey rather than another swamp. So if he's got a stasis snare or another... So there's the Inspector. which I'll allow to happen. That was a very unwise thing to do. Because now he wipes his board. He'll attack me with Gideon, but I'm fine with that. Gideon now... I just die here. I just die. Yeah, because Gideon just attacks in. Unlicensed Disintegration does 3 damage, he's got the clue. So the clue ends up being enough, and Gideon attacks in. So possibly I should have kept the Copter back to block the Gideon, but it is what it is. We needed the 1 more mana for the Zulaport Cutthroat in the black. So, oops, I can't stand how it shows reveal hand right when you click OK to move on. Alright, so I think that we don't need to bring in anything in this matchup. This is actually a pretty easy... we could bring an Appetite of the Unnatural to deal with potential stasis snares and potential choppers, but it's more than likely going to be a dead card if they don't have a chopper. The Transgress can take care of Gideon, but it again more likely is just going to miss. So I think that we'll just call it good and submit the deck. So this one is fine. This is kind of awkward. I think that we'd go for the comes into play tap land over just the Night Market Lookout, just because I want to get the Copter out on time. The triple Copter hand. So see if he has a 1-drop with the Toolcraft Exemplar. He does. We will go Chopper. And the next turn we can go hopefully we draw into a land that doesn't come into play tap. See, I'm getting my comes into play tap lands. And hopefully he doesn't drop an artifact next turn. That'll be super annoying if he does with the Toolcraft Exemplar. But Night Market Lookout is going to give us some life. He does. We'll go down to 17. And if I have to just play we want an untap land for sure because we want another chopper. That's fine though. That actually works out because then we can go Foul Orchard, Night Market Lookout, and Night Market Lookout. And this gains us 2 life per turn because you can crew a tapped creature. So these are just insanely good with the Copters. And then we will crew. He'll take a life. I'm not going to use both of them. It's pointless there. And we'll get rid of the Hissing Quagmire. So we're leading this race. Our opponent does have the Unlicensed Disintegration mana next turn. If he's that's his absolute luck for this to all of them to come into play without. I mean, he's running 4 of each probably. There's Depala, which does start to get him a little bit ahead. But again, the Night Market Lookouts are going to be very, very key in this match. Probably should have just got rid of a Copter there, actually. So we take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's a lot of damage, actually. So we'll go to 11. The Sifter actually does play defense. Or, there's a card. Pariah actually does not. It gives us a play, though. So I think it's worth going the Pariah. We'll most likely get rid of a Smuggler's Copter. So let's go ahead and crew. The Night Market Lookout on the Copter, attack in with the Copter. Or do I want to attack in with this Night Market Lookout, actually? This one, I think I do. I don't need a blocker. We just put the Sifter out and we put our opponent under some threats here. Yeah, That's probably the right play because our opponent is actually getting very close to lethal. We'll Pariah. Licensed Disintegration, though, I think that maybe the right, maybe just getting rid of a Copter is the right play here and just go for a Catacomb Sifter. But I could crew and wipe his board, but at the cost of everything. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of a Chopper. Takes him down to a 9. This gives him less options. We have the Sifter, which gives me a blocker, so I'm not going to take as much damage. Apprentice most likely means a disintegration isn't going to happen. He'll crew. That allows him to attack in. Just double block onto Paula. 4/8. Yeah, I think we do just double block onto Paula, and he can only kill one of them. In the backswing, we just get him. See if he actually does tap. Right? Can you do anything that just does one, or... So you just block here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's all I do is just block. And then take 7. Because I can activate... Oh, geez, I actually still have to find a... No, I don't. I have the Enthusiast. Bottom this. So he needs to throw out a blocker. Yup. So blocker hits. So we need to draw a land then. Crazy game. Cryptolith Rite doesn't help us. Yeah, we had to hit a land there. So he can block the 2/3 Catacomb Sifter and then take... So I might just Cryptolith Rite to throw out... Well, the thing is, like, Pariah... Throwing out Pariah here makes him sack everything but the Inspector, and then he can attack in for 4, but if he gets like an unlicensed disintegration, we just lose. So there's a couple of options I can do here. We go with Weaponcraft Enthusiast and just... I think actually Cryptolith Rite's the better play. Because we can go Weaponcraft Enthusiast and Smuggler's Copter. That should give us enough blockers. I think that's the better play. Because the only amount of damage we can do here is 4, 5, 6, 7, and he blocks, and then we die in the backswing. Because we don't have enough blockers. One of the 3s will get through. Well, it's risky. I think this is the less risky play. Is just to go Cryptolith Rite. Oh, I'm one off, actually. That was actually not. And just put out a chopper, because then I can crew both the choppers. Or the Smuggler's Copters. So I guess I should have just double blocked on the Depala. So I don't attack in with the chopper, because I can go the Weaponcraft Enthusiast, which would give me blocker, 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 or we can go the chopper. I actually think Weaponcraft Enthusiast is better here. We are at the mercy of like a deck in stone still. We should get some good scries off of this. What if we kill Depala and block the Smuggler's Copter? That will kill the Smuggler's Copter once Depala dies. Or Copter on the Depala and Catacomb Sifter on the Depala on the Toolcraft Exemplar. I think we need to block the Smuggler's Copter. Our opponent still does have a lot of cards in hand. Hopefully one of those is not the Unlicensed Disintegration. So, I'm trying to think what else. Maybe I do. If he's running Inventor's Apprentice, there might be more artifacts in here than just the Copter. So I probably do need to bring in the Appetite. Other than the Clue token is something that I don't know if it's worthwhile to Appetite a Clue token. But it might be, just the way that this deck tries to run both the Apprentice and the Exemplar. So, this opponent has a big play, a big decision, as I don't think they can allow it to go much further than this. The Pariah is going to get out of hand for sure, if we can just keep back enough creatures. Because I don't want to completely... I think even activating a Copter for an extra creature might be smart for the Pariah. So another Exemplar comes out. That gives him a crew. The problem is the Pariah gets very awkward with my Copter dying. I think we'll end up discarding the Pariah unless we can... No. We want the Pariah because we have Cryptolith Rite that can then wipe the board. So let's see what happens. Alright, so Depala does come in. That's... Hopefully he doesn't take that back. Perfect. So, we are going to crew. Hopefully Harness Lightning doesn't come down either. and then block here, and then double block here. And I think that we'd still have enough creatures left behind. This is actually quite awkward if yeah, because he can only kill one of those. All right, so we do want to block the Toolcraft Exemplar and take no damage. But this is a risky block. I think if he had removal, he would have used it on the Copter, though. Because we need Depala to die. Loam Dryad is an easy one to kill here, or to discard. That worked out perfectly. We get rid of both Depala and a Smuggler's Copter. We do want a forest, don't we? No, at this point I don't want a forest. And we don't want a Loam Dryad either. Gets another Copter, though. That's not good. And Sifter, I think, is the card of choice. We could go Pariah and just wipe his board and have a 6/5 left over. We just keep him with an Inspector. We'd kill some relevant cards here. And yeah, I think that's the right line of play. And we could still get out a Copter that we could crew. So might as well get the damage in with these guys. Or just one of them, actually. Yeah. So go Pariah. No, I can't get the Copter out. But Pariah still seems like the right play. Did I tap too much? I did. Oh, that's what. Yeah. I can get the Copter out. So yeah. So it doesn't matter how I do this. We'll go Pariah. I have to play a little bit faster too because you have to go to game 3 if I win this. And I think that's relevant enough. We'll tap and tap for a Copter. Gives me a 6/5. And he's got to sacrifice. He'll leave a Toolcraft Exemplar back, is what I would do. Yep. It's exactly what our opponent decides to do. And now we're in great shape. We're at 10, our opponent's at 5. And let's see if he can get that Unlicensed Disintegration. If he does get the Unlicensed Disintegration, we can still make the chopper. Just a Gideon. So Gideon is not good here because he still dies. Yep. Alrighty. So he dies because he can't block both the flyers. And he goes to a... So crew... Oh no, he doesn't die. I was thinking he went... Yeah, we just want to attack him with Pariah into him. So let's just do that right now. So if I activated the Hissing Quagmire... No, that's worse. So let's go ahead and attack in with the Abolisher, which takes care of his Smuggler's Copter. And then we'll just put in a Catacomb Sifter. He's got to crew the Copter. Lock it. Does give him more relevant cards, but I don't think he'll have enough blockers to get rid of. Enthusiast is probably the right card. So the Scrapheap Scrounger, that's another reason for the black in this deck. That's usually what the Mardu vehicles does run. But the blue, I still don't know what the blue's in here for. And we'll go Enthusiast. Get some nice servos. Just going to crack his clue with Desperation, and are we going to go on to a game 3? There we go. All right, so we do need to play quickly. I think I will bring in Appetite just because I think it can work as a combat trick a lot better than Marionette Masters. I think can come out for the Appetite. I do love the Masters though. They're incredibly powerful versus our opponent. Maybe just like a Loam Dryad, and we're just gonna have 3 of them, and we'll keep the rest of the cards. So Duskwatch Recruiter actually works pretty well against a deck that only runs Unlicensed Disintegration. So unfortunately, I think we have to chuck this back. We have the Copter and a Nissa, but it's something I don't think is going to be fast enough because we'd need the black. So we'll ship it back. I'm going to keep this. It's slow, but we do have a Night Market Lookout, which is the perfect start. So see, 3 for 3 with the Toolcraft Exemplar. Card is just too busted. See if he comes in with the Copter. He's had this draw every time, which is the ideal draw for the deck. We have the Copter as well with our own ideal draw of the Night Market Lookout. So there's that. And the cool thing about it is we can crew it immediately. We also have the Nissa. We have a Catacomb Sifter. I'm really liking my odds. The Mulligan was tough, but we have 3 lands. We have exactly what we want. The plant tokens can actually chump block for quite a while pumping up Nissa. The Catacomb Sifter is a 2/3, so it actually blocks the other 2/3 quite well. And the only problem is that our Copters do get outclassed by their Copters if they are vehicled with the... yeah, so he's had that every game. Toolcraft Exemplar in from the Smuggler's Copter. All right, so we take the damage, and I think we actually attack in, though. I don't think we... yeah, perfect. So we'll go Copter as well, and attack in the Night Market Lookout. $18 all. And there's the Motorist. So, he's got that draw again. The Copter, the Toolcraft Motorist Smuggler's Copter draw. The best thing I can draw into next turn would be the Attune. So I take a whopping 7 here, go down to an 11. Blooming Marsh, again, I think it's just going to be Catacomb Sifter over Nissa, because Nissa just dies. So we'll go Catacomb Sifter, and I still think the right move is just to attack in. So Catacomb Sifter. And we'll actually crew with the 2/3, I think is the right one, because we're going to use the 1/1 to block. At this point, we can get rid of the land. So crew. Yeah, we'll get rid of the swamp. And our opponent's not in the greatest shape either. He missed a land drop. Going down to 13, we can chump block, like the Motorist can be blocked by the Scion. The whole thing too is if he doesn't come in for lethal, we can just Nissa, and is that lethal on our turn? Because we can crew, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, not even close, 10. We can do 10 damage. So I will block with the Scion. And Paula comes out, which gives it a crew. Ugh. So gross. He hit that land drop. So he's behind and hit the land drop with the Copter. So I will need to block. And Paula also means that Copter is cool because we can Zulaport Cutthroat. But I think we need to put out the Weaponcraft Enthusiast. We're going to bottom it. I think we just want to hit land drops. And that one's fine. So we'll go the Weaponcraft Enthusiast. And put out some servos. If he crews with that, that's 5, so we can't attack with our... I still think we want to attack with the Night Market Lookout. Take him down to 11, because we can always just lethal at any point. I think we just might be a little bit behind. So he's going to crew the Smuggler's Copter. And if he has the Unlicensed Disintegration in hand, we just die. But that would be life. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Unlicensed Disintegration is in the hand. Whoa, not him. So that was the God Draw. There it is. And we take the 5. Oh, we needed our sideboard card there to take care of the Chopper. But that was the perfect hand off the vehicles. And I think the difference between this game would be the draw versus the play. Anyway, we'll go on to the next match. This has been Kevin with GatheringMagic.com. Thanks for watching.